going on, everybody? It is Wednesday night. It's 9 p.m. and it's your boys, Mike and Mish, with the Mission Accomplished podcast. What's going on, Mike? Michael?
Hello.
Listen to me, Mike. Okay, I
Don't
just
hear me?
talked to you for a half an hour with no glitches, no nothing, and now we go live and your Wi-Fi shits the bed. Come on, man.
Hello. No go?
Can you hear me? All right. Mike is still in prison. Okay. Mike's still in jail down in military at senior leaders course right now. We'll get him back on here, but for now. Oh, hey, Mike, how are you?
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, you suck, man. All right. Well, anyways, we got a big show for everybody tonight. We got two guests. We got the champ in the house. He's in the waiting room right now. We're going to bring him on in a second. Lorenzo, the Juggernaut Hunt, the 185-pound BKFC champion, and the Police Gazette cruiserweight champion is waiting to come on in a second. Following him will be a crazy guy who just fought up at Seneca Allegheny Casino over the weekend. Jack Shady Grady will be coming on after him. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and run wild with my boy Lorenzo while Mike tries to figure out his internet situation down in Jackson, wherever the hell he is, Jacksonville, Florida. I don't even know where the hell he is actually. So we'll find out in a second. Hi, Mike.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, you're way better. Okay. With all that said,
Fucking bush around here. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. All right, man. We're going to bring in Lorenzo right now. Here he is. Big news today, and we got to talk about it. Here he is. Lorenzo Hunt. What's up, man?
What's up, everybody? How you guys doing, man?
Well, it's been too damn long, Lorenzo. I know you think that we were avoiding the Juggernaut, but we were just giving you some time to live your championship life for a little while before we bring you back on. We knew it was only a matter of time before shit starts hitting the fan again. Here you are.
It's all good. I appreciate that. You know, I had been doing so much work and grinding so long. I had got used to, reaching out and touching bases and keeping everything going. Like I said, I did a lot of work last year. It was craziness, but I'm glad we're back.
Yeah, you're back. You got your you got your belts back in November. You haven't fought since. You've been still doing your rounds. We saw you at Knucklemania 2. We chopped it up with you a little bit down there. You're doing your charity work. You're up in Boston right now doing a few things. There was some news that broke today. You may have already broke it to us last month, but it was officially broken today. We'll bring the graphic up on the screen right quick. There it is. You are defending your title against Joe Diesel Riggs April 30th in Great Falls, Montana. April 30th, ladies and gentlemen, BKFC 24. That's official as of today.
Yeah, that boy look good up there, boy. Looking good.
You know, I had to hurry up and make that graphic today. I had to get it out to the world real quick, and I gotta say, let's bring that right back up. Well, look at that thing. You both look pretty good. You both look great. I'm telling you.
Yeah. I mean, we some hardworking people. Shout out to Joe Riggs for signing the papers. I knew for a long time what was next. Not because any of this was ever designed to see me sitting on the throne, but because I knew the dynamics with what would happen if I lost. If I had lost to Hector Lombard, he would have been the reigning 185, reigning 205 champion. He would have wound up fighting Joe Riggs for the 185 title. So it would have been a good soap opera for them. But I've always been a wrench in the plan of the schemers and the dreamers and the guys who've been trying to avoid me. So here we are again. They thought they could scheme right past me, and now I'm right in the way, like always.
For the people that don't know exactly what happened today, when that picture was posted on our page, Palomino and the Cuban assassin Trujillo, he was in there, and Hero Henry was in there, and they had a whole lot to say about it.
Yeah. You got, like I said, you got a bunch of schemers, and you got a bunch of people who just They just do not want to give credit where credit is due. Even though we are co-workers and they've watched me put in the most work, they've watched me earn and burn for this championship and for the 205 championship. They watched me be cheated. They watched me be avoided. They watched me kick everybody's ass in the league. I'm the leader in both divisions. Come on. And they still hate to see me on top. But like I said, I've never been about the politics. I've never been about the scheming or scamming. I've never been about the backdoor ass kissing and buddy making and all that nonsense. Whoever wants it can get it, which is why after I beat Hector Lombard's ass and they asked me who I wanted next, I literally said, fuck them all, because I knew this day was coming.
So you didn't even when you say fuck them all, it didn't matter who they gave you. Like
no, it never
line
mattered.
them up, knock them down. Yeah, line them up, knock them down.
It never mattered. I never got to choose my opponent. I never got to choose who I fight. That's something reserved for the Hector Lombards and the Palominos and the ass kissing boys at the top who don't want to lose and they get to pick around and pick and choose who they fight. You know what I mean? I'm beyond that. My skill level is beyond weight classes. We've already determined that. We've already seen that. We've seen me dominating in multiple weight classes since I've been here. You've never known which weight I was fighting because I answered the call whenever they called. Duh. Not because I picked and choose who I was going to fight, but because whenever they called, I answered the phone.
Now you mentioned Hector, and we wanted to talk to you about that. And the comment there, I want to know what he thinks about Hector. Is he going to return to the sport again? Now, as you know, I don't know if everybody knows this, but Hector Lombard has signed with Eagle FC, and I believe he already has a fight lined up for Eagle FC. Do you think that Hector's days in the BKFC are over? Is that belt going to be vacated? Do you know?
I don't know for sure, but I do know that his days are numbered. They always been numbered since one of our first interviews when I told you Hector Lombard has to fight me or retire. Now that he's fought me, now that he's been exposed, now that I've beat him, now that he's hiding, holding the belt hostage, and now that he's found somewhere to go, it only makes sense that he's gonna retire and step away from the belt. And he can't legally sit on the belt. It's been over a year since he's defended it. Remember, he got out of defending the belt when they came with the 185 nonsense when Hector was supposed to fight for that 205 belt. So that means it's almost been a year, if I'm not mistaken, a year since he actually won the title from Joe Riggs anyway.
Right.
Which we all know is supposed to be 6 months before a title defense. So now we're in this weird situation where Hector Lombard has the belt, he's holding it hostage. We knew that when he fought me and he didn't give it up. Now you got Trujillo, this guy who's vying for a 205 title fight or whatever. He's trying to get in title contention. You got Quentin Henry, who's trying to get in title contention. And you got me, who's still the #1 contender, even though I beat Hector Lombard for the 185 belt, right? Mm-hmm. What do you do with that nonsense when you got this guy who's refusing to defend it? He has to vacate.
Right. Joe Ivy says right there in the comments, he needs to be stripped. Joe Ivy says
he has to vacate. He has to vacate. And check this out. I'm cool with it. I'm glad he got another fight because I was more afraid that they would try to find him some other duck to fight while I defend my title. Because I'm the #1 contender, I'm supposed to be the 205 champ. All that scheming he did put me right in contention to be the first double world title holder in BKFC history because I get the next 205 fight. So by him dicking around and holding out, okay, I'll just go defend my 185 title, and then I'll scream at the 205 title at the next possible show. Right? It could be Quentin Henry. It can be Trujillo. It can be Gustavo. It could be any of those idiots. It could be all of them because I just get paid to fight. So I don't need them to fight each other. I don't need them to cancel each other out. I get a paycheck every time one of you dummies get in the ring with me. Let's go.
What do you think about Henry versus Gustavo, and then the winner of that fight fights you for the title?
I don't care. See, listen, I have personal history with Gustavo Trujillo. I called him out every single fight after I fought, after I slipped and lost. He caught me. But in the beginning stages of BKFC, there was a lot of nonsense about what shoes to wear and what outfits and this, that, and the other, and what was legal. I don't know if you guys remember, but I had fought in Jordans.
Yeah, you used to wear
And
basketball
everybody
sneakers.
I fought in basketball sneakers because the floor, it's not a boxing ring. So to require us to wear boxing shoes is idiotic. And then they sent out a mass email saying everybody had to wear boxing shoes after I fought in the Jordans. They got on us about which shoes we wear. And I wore boxing shoes. That was the first and last match I ever wore boxing shoes, was when I fought Trujillo. And I slipped. And the world can say, oh my God, he's just making excuses. I never lost again. Never lost.
Oh
shit. So he'll be back.
Yeah, he's the champ's fired up, man.
Yeah, he's fired up. He broke his own phone. Look at that.
He's fired up in a calm way, though. It's like, I don't know if that makes any sense, if that's an oxymoron or not. Here he goes. He's right. Yep. He's right back.
So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm basically saying, with BKFC being a new sport, right? You got new sports, you got new commissions, you got new things, you got mistakes coming around, you got shit happening all the time. You got people making rules who's never fought a day in their life. You've got people who created the actual ring and created the canvas who's not boxers and don't know which shoes or what. I just bid on it. I bit down on it and watched the end of our fight. I shook Trujillo's hand knowing that I slipped. I beat the count knowing I could have kept fighting. I stomached that shit and I came back fighting like a champion. And I'm still not giving credit, but it's okay because it just makes me stronger and I'm still here. Trujillo ran off to be a crash dummy for Bellator. He got beat up, and then he came back the night of my title fight. He all of a sudden miraculously appeared the night of my title fight after a 5-0 run, all knockouts. So for anybody saying, "Oh, Trujillo, he's running, blah blah blah," running where? I've never ran anywhere. I've been right here every day. Right?
Yeah. Matter of fact, Harley Sykes was in the comments here saying that you two almost fought in the back at his last fight in Tampa. He said you guys were heated as fuck back there. So it doesn't
Sorry
sound like...
about that, Harley. Yeah, they was getting on my nerves in the back. See, I'm not the kind of person you want to approach like with no dumb shit, especially, you know what I mean? It's not my fight night. It's not nothing like that. I'm a very cool, calm person. You guys know me at the fights. I'm taking pictures with the fans. I'm having a good time. I'm not in any way, shape, or form trying to be on no BS. And so if you approach me on some BS, it's just another bare knuckle fight. Think about that. I don't need to get raps. I don't need to get warmed up. I don't need nothing. I can just do my job anytime, anywhere. So yeah, for Trujillo and his idiot coach to approach me while I'm rapping my guys and I'm giving them pep talks and I'm trying to be focused on their fights, it was kind of stupid. And I apologize to Harley about getting off track, but we did our thing and man, we salvaged that night. We tried to salvage that night.
You know what? What Lorenzo said is true. If you see him at an event, he looks like one of the most intimidating people you'll ever see in your entire life. But he honestly is also very approachable and like is super friendly with everybody in the arena. Like you just said, most people might
at every event, every single event we've been to, you've been there.
Every single one.
Yeah, I'm there. Like I said,
oh wait a minute. No.
Was there one he wasn't at?
That's the New York. I just didn't go to New York because I'm
New York.
I'm already working and I'm headed to my camp for this fight coming up. So you guys won't see me at none of the fights until after my fight. But that's just because it's camp time.
But all the other ones, you're in the
I'm there.
You're in the stands handing stuff out. You're doing you're doing stuff for the veterans. You're taking pictures. You're doing interviews. You're running around helping out people. You're doing interviews.
Yeah,
you're hosting the interview.
And like I said, back to the beginning, I said it's really a shame that them guys take it so personal that I'm on top, when what you should be doing is taking notes. How did he get here? What did he do? Who did he meet? How did he do it? Because I wasn't just beating people up. That's just one of the things I did to get to the top. You know what I mean?
Very true.
I made
You were
myself
grinding,
visible. I helped people. I was the guy helping set up when they need help. I'll pick up a box. I'll set up the table. And it's just, like I said, it's more than about just being a tough guy. You know what I mean? I'm collecting donations for the veterans. We're helping guys when they come home from war. It's more than just about that tough guy nonsense, man. And guys need to fix it in their heads. The bully tactics and all the nonsense that you bring to the ring is what's going to get you beat up.
You know what the line is? Nothing is deserved, it's earned.
That's right.
Like, you have earned it, and you've
Right.
proven it with all the stuff that you do. And anybody who thinks that they just deserve something because they are who they are, then they can fuck off. I'm a true believer in that. And
Right.
in life in general, you don't deserve anything, you earn it.
Right.
But hey,
we can ask the fans. We can ask the fans. Does anybody think Trujillo actually deserves a title fight? Where's he been while BKFC grew? Where's he been while we kicked ass through thick and thin and throughout all the COVID and when everybody took pay cuts? And where's he been? Where's he been when we were fighting in front of crowds with nobody there? He was not there. And for him to just appear 2 shows ago, demanding a title fight, the only reason he thinks he deserves a title fight is because he cut me. Doctor stoppage. He cut me. First round, 40 seconds, no punches exchanged. So I do the work and you get the shot. I'll take it though.
It's an interesting situation because other than Quentin, if you ask me if you're going to fight anybody at 205, it's Quentin Henry. That's who it should be. He's earned it, just like you've earned your spot at number 1. He's number 2 at 205. It should be you and him.
Politics
I also don't,
are for politicians, and
right.
I'll let Quentin Henry do his work. Like I had to do my work to get my title fight. Hector Lombard didn't give me no fucking endorsement. He didn't say I'm gonna fight Lorenzo next. He didn't do shit for me. I earned my shot, and so Quentin's gotta hit the board, hit the books, and do his job. And Trujillo's got to do. He's got to run behind me. He's got to kiss my ass. He's got to call me out at every show. He's got to make a bunch of noise. He's got to pound on his chest like an ape and hope he gets a title shot. All I got to do is wear the belt.
Man, we could talk so much about this stuff. I want to, before I ask you, you mentioned your charity with the veterans, and we want to talk about that for a second, but I got to ask you this because Big Ben is really getting on my case about this. Ask Lorenzo when he's going to square up with Big Ben. He will 100% know what I'm talking about. What is Big Ben talking about?
I have no idea. I have no idea what the hell he's talking about.
You are.
I have no idea. He quizzed me.
You know Big Ben. Big Ben's at all the shows too now.
I'm sure he knows who Big Ben is.
Yeah, I know. I like I said, I'm a personality around the BKFC. I talk to everybody. I try to make everybody feel comfortable. And like I said, at the end of the day, we all just regular people. I'm a teacher. I'm a father. You know what I mean? I'm that guy, and you can talk to me, and people know me. You guys know me. Yeah. I'm not unapproachable. I'm a great champ for this organization because I promote myself. I go to all the fights. I go to the shows. Like I said, people know me. It's a champ worth having, a champ worth talking to, a champ worth interviewing. I do the interviews at the BKFC for Susan Singari, and that always goes great because the fighters respect me. Even Quentin Henry, if you go back and watch our interview, it's great. Yeah, it's like we're brothers, and we both know our place because Quentin Henry does deserve a title shot, and I would never be the guy to deny him that. But the shit comes from the top.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When they write Quentin Henry's name on the paper, it's not going to be me refusing to sign it like fucking Hector Lombard did me. Nah, when the paper comes down the line, the paper gets signed and somebody else gets whooped. That's life. That's how we work. That's my job. I'm so happy to be sitting at the top because I no longer have to chase my food around. My food gets brought to me like the king I am. Bring me my fucking food and I'll eat it.
Life seems
Very
good for
nice.
you right now, man.
That's right.
And you're up
does.
in Boston. You're filming something up in Boston. What are you doing up in Boston?
Yeah, I'm here for a company called Dynamic Striking. I'm creating the first bare knuckle training video. So they're very interested in my style of fighting. They watched over the fights, and a bunch of people made videos for this company. People like Mike Tyson, Anderson Silva, a lot of big name MMA guys, legends, who have affected the sport. And they basically called me up and said, "Hey, we really want you to make us a video explaining how you do what you do for bare knuckle." And I was with it. So they signed a deal, and we signed a little endorsement deal and a nice little package. And so I'll be up here creating these videos that people can buy online and kind of get an understanding for my technique, my tactics.
That's awesome.
That is
Are they bringing
dynamic striking?
Are they bringing any other bare knuckle fighters in?
I have
for these
no
videos,
idea.
or just you?
I have no idea. Like I said, they just reached out to me, and I know that they're supposed to be shooting Mike Tyson in a couple of weeks. But yeah, I was super excited about being able to put it down on paper and on video, and with this company that already does it. They're really good at it. They got a studio. They flew me out here, me and my family, and we're about to have a blast.
Yeah, hey, did you guys hear about Mike Tyson's newest product?
No.
Did you hear about this, dude?
No,
he has.
heard about it
I'm in like
today.
another world down here. Right?
I couldn't
Mike.
believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike's at school right now, so Mike's in prison. Mike, he has released THC edibles shaped as Evander Holyfield's ear. As Evander Holyfield's ear.
Was it the piece that came off, or the ear with the piece missing?
It's an ear with a bite taken out of it.
It should be like the piece so it fills in the hole. You can just.
Hey, that's funny. That is hilarious. If I was Holyfield, I'd be pissed.
I know we were talking about it today, and I wonder if Holyfield's getting a little cut of the action there, man, because they are cool with each other now after the whole ear incident. All years later, they're buddies now. So maybe Mike's like, "Hey, let me get your ear for a minute,
and
I'll get you some money."
You gotta ride the wave. I hit up the company.
Let me trace that.
I hit up the company that Hector signed to, and I told him I want ringside seats. I'm gonna be right there, pointing and laughing.
Eagle?
Yeah, I'm gonna be right there, pointing and laughing ringside when he get his ass in the cage. I'll fight him in MMA too. Which ain't nowhere to run.
Yeah. Oh man.
Nowhere.
So let's talk about your this charity for a second. I wanted to bring up a comment too. Benjamin Stepanoff says, "When I met you, I shook your hand and helped hand out. He helped hand out the flyers for you. Yeah, Benjamin. Kid wears a top hat.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Okay, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, he was out there in the costume doing his thing, and I'm like, "Hey, you want a job?" Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, he helped me out, man. That was real nice. Yeah, we got some pictures and stuff too. That was slick. Yeah, I think we were in not Montana. We were in Nebraska. I think we might have been in Nebraska or something like that. Well, it's nice flying around with BKFC.
Yeah, it is. So tell us about this. The Race to Save Veteran Lives 2022. Go to racetosaveveteranlives.org to register. Tell the people that are watching what exactly that is and what they're registering for.
Well, like I said, I reached out to the National Alliance to End Veteran Suicide after one of our BKFC fans bought a raffle ticket, and after he won, he told us that both of his sons had committed suicide. And so ever since then, I let him choose the charity that we decided to champion for the cause. This was always my own personal thing. And shout out to Dave and Dave Jr. for letting me do that at the shows. They let me choose a charity to support, and they never fought me on it. They're so cool with it. And like I said, so this National Alliance to End Veteran Suicide, what they do is they call it the Race to Save because it's a very, very important time when people first come from war. In the first 30 days, you got people killing themselves left and right. It's hard to make the adjustment from all-out war to regular suburban living. you know,
Mhm.
and these guys are still in war in their head, you know, they can't let it go. And it's very, very hard to make the adjustments when it comes to banking, apartments, you know, and they're not getting the benefits, they're not getting the help they deserve. So this organization, basically, if you reach out to them, they'll make you a case file and they'll literally help you put your life back together. And they even got group sessions where these guys can talk about what they're going through. They got requests where they can request services that they need. And the National Alliance to End Veteran Suicide has professionals that research, help you get your benefits, stuff like that. So I just thought it was the perfect type of organization for what we do. Because me myself, even as a fighter, I have the kind of the I understand the PTSD. I wake up sometimes and I'm like, get the fuck up. You know what I mean? I get it. I get it. You know, people are attacking you. They never stop, not even when you sleep. So I understand it, and I like that. You know, I chose this cause. Like I said, at the end of the day, when you help somebody, it goes a long way. When you help somebody, at least you get something out of it. When I'm old and beat up, you know, my hands are all broken up and stuff, and nobody's gonna remember this bare knuckle shit. They're gonna remember, you know, the guy that helped me get a wheelchair ramp. You know, the guy that helped me get AC in this hot ass apartment. You know, like stuff like that. You know,
that's amazing. That's really amazing. And as you know, me and Mike are in, and we have relatives and friends that have been through it all, and we've been close to suicide attempts. We've had friends that have killed themselves in the past. But what you said about this organization helping people cross the T's and dot the I's and get their paperwork straight, that is a fucking huge deal. Because like my brother, for example, it took him 6 years to get the fucking disability that he needed for his PTSD. Six years. It took him six fucking years because he didn't know exactly what he should have been doing.
Right.
And
you
for an organization like this to step up and do that,
some people don't know their outlet. Yeah.
And you got to figure it too. Like, hey, we do what we've been trained to do. You've been trained to pull a trigger. You've been trained to go do these things. You haven't been trained as legal aid. You haven't been trained to, you know what I mean? Like,
you've also been trained to suck it up, you know? Suck it up, you know, be strong.
And then you don't want those guys coming home from war thinking they made the wrong decision with their life. Sitting there thinking they should have done something different. Because at the end of the day, heroes need heroes too. Somebody's got to come help them like they ran off to help you. And I mean, it's a prime example of what's going on right now overseas. I mean, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah. Sad. Very sad.
That's all I'm going to say. Look at that. Thank God for the men and women who dress themselves and put that suit on and say, fuck that. You got to get past me before you get to the soft target. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, oh my God, you see that? You see what's going on?
It's really bad.
Oh my God,
it's really
like
bad.
that's what I'm saying. I know I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's great. That
you definitely are.
And like we've always said that you've always had some sort of charity going on at every event, and now like the last how long have you been doing it with these guys? A few now, right? Like,
oh man, yeah, they accepted me with open arms. Like I said, they do the race to save, and they always try to make it about a race, just to remind people that there's a limited time for these guys to get the help that they need. So they'll do it like a race, like a marathon or a go-kart race or this kind of race, and they'll do all their own charity events. But it's all just to remind people that, hey, there's a limited amount of time that we can get to these people. You know what I mean? That we can get to them and help them and let them know, hey, welcome home. Where's the parade? You know, where's the welcoming committee? And so that's what we do. And I'm so happy to be a part of it. Like I said, we built a website where the guys can leave reviews. And if you want to go on there, it's www.juggernauthunt.com. If you go on there, you'll be able to keep up with all the new shit that's going on with bare knuckle. I actually released my Joe Riggs fight on my website before they did. And little things, you'll get to be ahead of the curve when it comes to me. You get pictures from all the fights. You get to meet the people who win the raffles. You get to enter in to win stuff, and you'll get to find out about the charities, the events, and what we do to help people. So it's amazing. Like I said, www.juggernauthunt.com. The race to save NAV vets people, they built the site for me. So everything's for charity. Everything's 100% nonprofit. Everything goes to help the guys that need help. You know.
Awesome, man. Andrew Toppin says that you're going to race him when you see him. And
Yeah, yeah, we can get it, buddy. He looks fast, but he's not Juggernaut fast. And like I said, back to the Joe Riggs thing though, real quick
Yeah.
before we get lengthy into the situation. This is a fight that Hector nor Joe Riggs wanted. When Joe Riggs first saw me, he lined up with me, he shook hands with me, he said, "Shit, you're a big dude, you're a strong dude, you're a powerful dude. That's not even my weight class." Verbatim. That's what he said when they came to fighting me. But now that he's back in the game and he feels some type of way about that loss that he took, I know Joe Riggs is a dangerous fighter. But I'm a dangerous fighter too. And so they set this up, and I'm going to Montana. Think about it. How many champs travel to defend?
Right.
Me.
Yeah,
It's
should be the home team guy.
I'll go to Miami and get it. I'll go to Montana and defend it. I'll go wherever there's that work. How many champs are like that? Hector Lombard didn't even want to leave Miami.
Not often.
See what I'm saying?
Doesn't happen often.
It don't happen like that, but I'm gonna do it like that.
Joey Beltran did it up in New York, and he trains.
Right.
He trained in your camp last time.
That's right,
too, yeah.
and that's why even with what happened with Joey and all of that, like, you know, when you're traveling like that, you have to finish. You never know how it's gonna end if you leave it in the judge's hands. You know what I mean? You have to be totally unanimous, or you have to finish. It has to be bloody. You got to go do your job. And I'm fine with that pressure, because I haven't fought at Jacksonville. I haven't fought in Jacksonville the whole time I've been in the BKFC.
I know.
Still made it to the top.
When they gonna bring it home?
Hometown crowd never mattered to me. I don't care. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not a politician. I don't make the fights. I don't make the venues. I don't pick the people. I don't sell tickets. None of that shit. All I do is what they pay me to do. I fight.
I'm going to tell you right now, with 100% honesty, I think that Joe Riggs is more of a challenge to you than Hector Lombard was. And I'm not, that's not a shot at Hector Lombard. I just think that Joe Riggs is that much better than Hector. I honestly think that this fight's going to be amazing.
He's definitely a more strategic fighter than Hector Lombard. However, I'd be pressed to say if he's stronger. Hector Lombard hit me on the forearm and nearly turned me around. I didn't even think he would be that strong. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I felt that strength, then I understood where the trouble was with that little guy. I understood.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, he's built like a
solid
friggin'
face.
tank.
Nice, yeah, he's built like a tank. And I was like, okay, yeah, I got to be really, really careful. You know what I mean? Not to get clipped or not to get caught with nothing wild. As far as Joe Riggs is concerned, it's past time. It's past time. Like, whatever he comes with, he better be at the top of his game, and he better be in survival mode, because it's my time. And if somebody got to get hurt to prove it,
there you go.
It's got to be what it's got to be.
It's got to be what it's got to be.
I have one thing. Got to bring it back to the Gustavo thing for a second, but really not Gustavo, more Palomino, because we were talking earlier about the comment section. In our comment section, you know, a few weeks back, there was an idea that was floated out there about team against team, Palomino versus Brito, you versus Trujillo, same card. This is like for the fan, that sounds fantastic. I think for the business, it sounds fantastic. What do you think?
I think that the businessmen in the business will handle the business stuff. When the fighters start to try to pick venues and pick the fights and pick the order and all of that shit, that's when you start to get into trouble. That is why I had so much trouble getting my title fight in the first place. It may be a good idea to push it out there in the world, and let's see what the administration does with it. But I'm a specialist, and I don't expect David Feldman to fight the fights for me, and I don't expect to do David Feldman's job. Right. So fuck team versus team and all that trash that Palomino thinking he's running the BKFC and he gets to pick. Bro, whatever. You understand? When David Feldman puts my name down and puts the money down and puts the venue down, bro, that stuff is done. I don't have to worry about that stuff, right? Less I have to worry about, the better, because all I have to worry about is my performance. That's what makes me a great champion. You can drop me anywhere on God's green earth and I'll get the job done. You understand? I'm not. I don't care
Absolutely.
about none of that. I don't care about no double. I mean, Palomino. Even in Palomino, Water's Wet Dream, he puts himself on the undercard with me and Trujillo. He won't be the main event. It'll be me and Trujillo the main event, and he on my undercard like a little brother. Is that what you want,
Well,
Mr. Palomino?
I was going to ask you.
You want to fight on my undercard again?
I was going to ask you.
Sell out of,
yeah, if he had himself, that's what like.
Yeah, he wants to. You want to use me to sell out a venue, genius guy. Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever with all that nonsense. Stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? Stay in your lane and do your thing. Stop trying to be the administration.
Right.
Period.
Like Big Ben says, let Nate Shook do his job the way.
Right. Let the people do what they get paid to do, and stop trying to be everything for the company. It's a company, man. You're gonna do a job you don't even get paid for. They'll get it done, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
There is no shortage of action with.
That's right. I mean, look, it writes itself. If you guys go back over the Mike and Mitch shows and listen to what I was saying, it's writing itself. I told you already what was gonna happen.
You called out Hector Lombard the very first interview we ever did on this show with you, and like this is probably your like sixth time on the show. So
that's right.
A year and a half ago, you were calling him out on the show, and I was like, oh,
I called out a lot of stuff, and it's playing out perfectly. It's playing out perfectly. If you go back to the Mike and Mitch show after I lost against the Cuban assassin, I told you that he ran away, but when he comes back with his tail between his legs, I will be on the top. Is my exact words.
You actually said you were going to be the president of the company.
Pretty close. If I'm the first double world champ in BKFC history, eyeballing the heavyweight title, that makes me pretty close. That makes me pretty chummy with Dave.
Pretty chummy.
I'm going to the Hall of Fame. I got nominated to be I'm the first light heavyweight champion in BKFC history. So Hall of Famer.
You're in this year, right?
Hey haters. Hall of Famer. Yeah, I'm in.
Dude, it's a hell of you guys have a hell of a class going in. You got you, Elvin, Misfit, and Bedford all going in, right?
That's right.
Fucking
all work.
That's a badass lineup.
Remember, y'all put us all together. Y'all put us all together anyway. Remember back then was calling it Team Misfit or something. They used to say that or something. They used to call us the underdogs or something. I'm like, oh shit.
You know what?
Because they knew we was least likely to get a shot.
You guys are making history. You literally making history. Right now. People are going to look back on this sport, and we've said this to a few other people too, and they're going to talk about, you know, the way this person fights. They fight like Lorenzo Hunt. Lorenzo Hunt did this. He's the one who opened the door for this. This is what people are going to do.
A bunch of imitators. You can look at it right now and just watch the fights. It's like, wait, Lorenzo did that. Lorenzo does that. Lorenzo did that. I don't know if you guys remember BKFC 8 when I fought Reggie Pena. I was the first one to come out with the crazy walkout shit. I had dancers and nobody wouldn't let me. I had to force them out there. Then after that, that's when that win came with the Mortal Kombat thing. Next thing you know, it snowballed. Now everybody's known in BKFC for their walkouts. Taylor Starling popped up. She did her little walkout thing. Everybody started grasping at straws after I brought attention to this long ass. I'm not saying I invented it, but damn, it was boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a way to get to the ring. It's a long catwalk, you know. Yeah. So I like it. I like that stuff. I'm a mark for all that.
Big Ben says it's funny that everyone of the Misfits got gold now. So
that's right.
He's right. You know, I just had a conversation with somebody yesterday that I am still to this day explaining the sport to people that are just now coming around to it. And they're like, oh, Mike, you know, the people might be like, oh, Mike Perry, Chad Mendez. I'm like, you know, the people you should be talking about are Elvin Brito, Lorenzo Hunt, Christine Faria, Johnny Bedford, AJ Adams. Those are the ones that were there from the beginning. And now the people that I just mentioned, 4 of them fuckers are going into the goddamn Hall of Fame.
Look. It's all good, right? It's all good because even when you say their names, when you say Hector Lombard, when you say when you say Chad Mendez, when you say Alves, what's his name? Tiago. We haven't seen him in a while. They do bring a lot of attention to the BKFC, but we are the BKFC. So like they're coming over from other organizations and they're shining the light on us, and it's like, yeah, what you thought? What? That's why they brought you over. That's why they brought Paige Van Zandt over, to shine a light on BKFC. Holy shit, who's BKFC? Lorenzo Hunt,
Elvin, Misfit,
Adam,
and
Elvin, Misfit. That's who BKFC is. So when you shine a light on BKFC, you shine a light on us. So I send a shout out to all of them, because I don't know if you guys noticed, when I was at the crowd at the last BKFC, it was nothing but UFC fighters in the
there was a ton
MVP. I mean, in the VIP, there was nothing but UFC fighters. Tons. And just like they was looking around looking for something to eat, I was too.
Nice.
Nah, man. You know what, Lorenzo? I've said this before, and I'll say it again. And I said it yesterday to somebody. When they talk about early days of UFC, they talk Hoist Gracie, Ken Shamrock, Tito Ortiz, Chuck Liddell, Randy Couture. 20 years from now, when they're talking at the beginning, they're going to be talking about you guys. And I truly believe that you guys will be the Hoist Gracies and the Randy Coutures and the Chuck Liddells of the BKFC. You know,
that's why I was happy to get over here and make this video, this bare knuckle combat strategies video, because as the BKFC grows and as the people get aware of the sport, just like right now, you can't even look up BKFC without running into me. So as these videos go out, and these training videos, this successful guy, the guy from the tryouts whooped everybody's ass. This is how he did it. $39.99.
$39.99. You can find out yourself. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. So
it's great. It's great. You got a lot of great things going for you. You're on top of the sport. You're going into the Hall of Fame, and we're proud to be friends with you for sure and have you back on the show. You know how we always fuck around and play a game on here.
Yeah. Real quick, before we do, I like to give you my predictions, right? I'm gonna give you my thing.
Oh, go ahead.
Here. I'm gonna blow your mind again. Remember, I always tell you what I'm gonna do. You see how it happened, right?
Yep.
Lorenzo Hunt defends his title against Joe Riggs. Great fight, draws a lot of attention. Might go viral. Shit might be crazy. Shit might be close. Whatever. Lorenzo Hunt challenges for the 205 belt. Maybe Quentin. Maybe Trujillo. Maybe Hector Lombard. Lorenzo Hunt, first double world title holder in history. Back to the Hall of Fame, Mr. Lorenzo Hunt. Lorenzo Hunt defends his 205 title. Maybe Trujillo, maybe Quentin Henry, maybe Hector Lombard comes back. Whatever. Right? Lorenzo Hunt, first heavyweight 3 division champion.
Oh, okay.
That's the end game here, huh?
I'm ready to see this. I'm ready to watch it play out.
That's the end game.
Christ.
1,
man,
2, 3. BKFC president.
BKFC president. Right, that's right.
Jesus.
That's right. Hell yeah.
Hey, I have to ask you one question before we finish this thing up, and it is a question that we need to know, a real question. We signed with First Round. What brought you over to First Round Management?
The level of expertise, the sponsors, the hands-on with my guy. It's just the upper echelon, the highest guys in the earning area of BKFC are with First Round Management. The people who are making the most noise, who are getting the most sponsors, who are getting the most exposure, they are with First Round Management. Lorenzo Hunt is the most visible, most vicious fighter in BKFC history. He is with First Round Management. That's
There you go.
easy.
That answers the question. I mean,
That's
they're one of the
easy.
biggest. Yeah, they're one of the biggest management companies in the world, and like it's
That's
no
easy.
shot. Right, it's no shot at your former management, but
No,
you
Kevin was the man.
you're now a world champion, and you are the face of the company, and you need more resources to get you to to the star level that you want to get to. So it is.
Kevin Smith is the man. Kevin Smith is family. Smith Brothers Combat Sport is still rocking. That's still home. I still get invited to do the classes and stuff like that. Me and Kevin will always be close. We still call. We spoke we spoke on the phone today. It's nothing like that. It's purely business. You know what I mean? And he knows it because, like I said, we're family, and this is what's best for the Juggernaut.
There it is. Well, you being the Juggernaut, it being March, the Juggernaut is a villain, correct, in the comic books. Am I correct about this? The
Yes,
Juggernaut's
the Juggernaut is a villain in the comic books, but I did not derive that name from the comic books.
Oh, you didn't.
No, the Juggernaut is really just a term. It's just a word like any other word that we use, like big or huge. It literally means unstoppable. It's just a
It's an
huge
unstoppable
mass,
force.
unstoppable force. It was used like that to create the Juggernaut character for Marvel. But like I said, I'm if you were a historian, you would understand that the Juggernaut is from Indian culture, and just like it's ancient. It's an ancient term to describe something that's bigger than you.
There you go. Well, Lorenzo, it's March. It's March Madness time. I'm sure you're a sports fan. I'm sure you watch basketball and everything, but we're going to do a March Madness bracket with you where you're going to break down the greatest horror movie villains of all time. Here we go. First round, Freddy Krueger versus Pennywise the Clown.
Freddy Krueger. You scared of no clown?
All right. Pinhead versus Chucky. And the winner of this goes on to fight Freddy Krueger.
Pinhead. Chucky can't do nothing with Freddy Krueger. And Pinhead was freaky as fuck.
All right. All right. On the other side, Mike.
Michael Myers versus Candyman.
Candyman because he's black.
Candyman. Candyman because he's fucking scary as hell, man. He's fucking way scarier than Michael Myers
as
to me.
hell, for sure. And then go ahead, Mike.
All right, what do we got next?
Jason Voorhees
or Leatherface.
Jason all day. Leatherface is just some weirdo in the woods. Just a weirdo.
Some weird redneck. And hold on, you said
how does Voorhees always catch up, man? What the hell's up with that shit?
Because he's a spirit. He's a spirit.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, he's a spirit. He's a ghost. He's like some sort of incantation, like some sort of poltergeist.
Yeah, dude, can I tell you that Candyman, going back to this one here, Candyman was the last, and I swear to God, the last real horror movie that scared me. Like I might have been like
the rest of them got soft.
The
first one was ridiculous.
The very first one was fucking scary as hell. Okay, round 2, Freddy versus Pinhead.
I still won't say it. Nah, I'm serious. I'm serious.
Let's do it now.
There's no way in hell. I don't even play with shit like that.
Bring that phone into the bathroom right now, live on Mike and Mish'N. Let's get this going. Come on, turn the lights out.
Not gonna get me to do that bullshit.
What would happen?
I still got ass to whoop. I still got some ass to whoop.
What would happen if Hector said Juggernaut 5 times in the mirror?
I don't think he will. It'll probably when he turned the light on, his face will open back up again. Like,
all right, second round to go to the championship. Freddy versus Pinhead. Freddy and
Freddy had longevity. Candyman versus Jason.
Candyman versus Jason.
Jason, because Jason don't talk. So how the fuck Candyman gonna get him? Man, this all about strategy, man. This all about strategy.
Oh shit! I didn't think about that angle.
Oh Jesus, you're right. Oh man, and then the championship fight, the greatest horror villain of all time, March Madness style, Freddy versus Jason. Go ahead.
Wow.
Freddy.
So does Jason have dreams?
I don't know. Yeah, he does. Remember,
He
he used
does.
to dream about his mother.
That's
and
right.
him and shit. That's right. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
you
Freddie
go.
will get him.
Remember they made that movie? I was like, oh my god, it's the best
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
ever.
it was a good. I went to the movies to see that. Damn, now you know
Me
how
too.
old I am.
Yep. So did I.
See that.
Freddie
Yeah,
versus
that
Jason.
was
All
tough.
right, man. Well, there we go. Freddy Krueger is the greatest horror movie villain of all time. March Madness bracket style. Lorenzo Hunt crowned him. You got a huge fight coming up. We are so happy that you came on the show again. Take 1 second. We'll throw your sponsors up here one more time, and you can shout a few things out, and then we'll let you get out of here.
Yeah, thank y'all, man. Shout out to Knockout Canada. They've been taking good care of me. Ikikata, Brandy's doing his thing. The Dyke Shack, Jacksonville 904. We out here in Boston shooting this video. Dynamic striking. So yeah, to everybody who supported me, the people that I forgot, to Mercy, thank you. She's been a great sponsor. People have just been pouring in with love, man, and showing love and support for the Juggernaut, and I appreciate it. And I'm gonna take that energy and that power that you guys believe in me, and I'm gonna keep whooping ass with it.
All right, man. Thank you as always.
Life.
You're welcome back anytime, and we will talk to you soon, brother.
Yes. Peace.
All right. Later.
Take it easy, man.
Yeah.
There's the champ. There's the fucking Juggernaut right there.
That's right.
He's a great interview every time. He's the most confident person I think I've ever met in my life. And we're not blowing smoke up anybody's ass when I say that dude busts his fucking ass. Like every time we see him.
Oh yeah.
He's working,
Always
dude. He's
doing
working.
something.
He's working out. He's training other people. He's fighting, or he's running around the arena, taking pictures, signing autographs, doing all that shit. He's a fucking good dude. And people can have their opinions on him all they want, but as far as me and Mike are concerned, he's a solid stand-up guy for sure. Our second guest has entered the building here. He got his first win in the BKFC this past Saturday when he beat, how do you say that guy's name? Rhyme with Machete. Shigetti? We'll figure it out when he comes on. Mike is frozen again. Coming out of Buffalo, New York, Mr. Jack Shady Grady. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Dude, welcome to the show. We're gonna introduce you to the people in our audience. Let them know who you are. You are now 1-1 in the BKFC, and
Jack Grady. Now they know. They know, right?
All right. So hey, you made a lot of noise inside the ring. You made a lot of noise outside the ring. You put on a show at the weigh-ins. Tell us a little bit about yourself and where you come from and how you got to where you're at right now in the BKFC.
Well, I'm from Buffalo, New York, and I've been a pro boxer since 2014. I haven't won a pro boxing fight. I'm 0-10-1 as a pro boxer. I haven't won in a long time. So the feeling of winning feels real good right now. It's only one win though. I don't have a belt, I put in so much work. The trial went good. I'm a little wild, a little loud, a little crazy, but people don't know that I'm actually just a dad who has a dream. And if you never give up on your dreams, beautiful things can happen. And I'm here to show that I'm not giving up. I'm 1-1 now, and I'm setting the stage for the next fight. And I'm putting the 135-pound class on notice too. That if you come against me, you better be ready, because Gabe thought he could walk into this fight and before the fight have a smile on his face. And this ain't no game. This ain't no game.
Hey,
that fight was fantastic, by the way, because in the beginning now, so where I am right now, I'm in the military. People in the comments, most of them know right now I'm off at school, right, at a senior leaders course. And I'm in school with a bunch of people. And when I told them, like, hey, I cover bare knuckle fighting, it's something I do, everybody was like, oh, that's cool. I watch MMA, you know. So we got together on the weekend. I introduced them to bare knuckle fighting. So a whole bunch of people know about it now that didn't know before. And we watched the fights, and your fight came on, and we were talking about it. And in the beginning, you know, you got hit with some shots and you went down. Everyone's like, damn, you know, like, holy shit. Like, I think it's over. I think it's over. But you got back up, you fought through it. Second round comes out, boom. And everybody was like, out of control. When I tell you, people are like, holy shit, I cannot believe that. Like, and then after that, you just went to work and it was over. So you'd never give up. And I said that to somebody about this fight. I say, hey, listen, Grady's coming for a fight. Like, I saw him fight Travis Thompson. And I think a lot of people thought that Travis Thompson's just going to run right through you. Not the case. Not the case at all. You put on a fucking complete battle for the crowd. I mean, it was awesome. So congratulations on this fight, man.
You know, I don't want to take anything away from Gabe. He's a tough guy. He had me hurt. He had me hurt early. I know in the second round I had to come right at him because I was a little worried in there, you know, because he was winning the first round, you know, like we were saying. But I knew I had him hurt after I dropped him right off the bell in the second. And when he came up, I had to come right at him again. And then he took another knee. But I always know it's not over till it's over. Yep. I let the ref wave him out, and I knew I had it.
Never doubted yourself for a second.
No,
and the same thing with Travis Thompson. He was a tough fight. You know, went 3 rounds with Travis. I think he doubted me a little too. People don't know what I really bring to the table. I caught him up, but Travis had a little more experience, and he put the pressure on me. And he kept coming and it was a great fight. And I'm really.
It was your fight with Travis was a fight of the night contender. I don't think you guys weren't fight of the night because they gave that to Joey and Arnold Adams that night, I believe. But you guys were right there in contention. Travis, anybody that knows Travis he's an
animal.
He's called the animal for a reason. That guy's a goddamn animal. He's a freaking powerful guy in a tiny little body that will fuck some shit up, man. And
he's fought everyone.
Yeah, he's fought everyone. Yeah.
It's just a pleasure for the BKFC to have me and for me to, you know, showcase my skills a little bit and let the world know, you know, I'm 35, you know, and that's I'm right where I want to be.
So
I'm not dad. I'm just a dad with a dream. You know, I love to fight.
How many kids you got?
I have 2 kids.
2 kids?
6 and 7. They're about to be 7 and 8 in April.
Wow. Congratulations. We're fathers ourselves. We both have 2 kids as well. Now you talked about it. You've been pro boxing since 2014 and you hadn't won a fight. You were 0-10-1. What was it about bare knuckle that made you want to continue on this journey as a fighter, even with 10 losses and no wins? And obviously you got a lot of drive in you to keep on moving, keep on going forward. What was it about bare knuckle that made you want to shed the gloves and maybe take a stab at this?
Well, I always will have a love for professional boxing, and I never really thought that I was going to get into the bare knuckle boxing. I have a few of my favorite fighters from the UK. You know, I'm a big fan of Tyler Goodjohn and Sean George, some really hardworking fighters. And the things that I've been through as a single father, and I had a lot of emotion going to the tryout. Mm-hmm. And when I saw everybody standing in line at the tryout, and I didn't know why am I trying out? I've been a professional boxer. I've been boxing amateur since 2005. I've been fighting my whole life, and they gave me a spot. BKFC showed me love when nobody else showed me love, and it really meant a lot. And for them to put me on against number 7 in the world, Travis Thompson, that was a great start. And for them to bring me back again, you know, I never say never.
Yeah.
They throw me a contract. I signed the contract and I show up and fight. And I finally got that win. and you could see the excitement on the pictures don't lie, the numbers don't lie. And I did it. And people can say what they want. You know, a lot of people might not like me, and because I bring a lot of energy. And but all that matters is the numbers don't lie. I got that win.
When you signed with BKFC, were there other places that you were trying to fight with? Were people turning you down, and then they said, "Hey, yeah, you can come fight for us," and it kind of revitalized your career? Like you were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go this route now." Is that what position you were in?
I mean, I've always had a lot of offers for professional boxing. You know, I heard a little bit about the BYB, you know, the Trigon. I'm not too familiar with bare knuckle boxing. I'm still kind of learning as I go. And that's the thing. In my last 2 fights, I was kind of learning on the job, I feel. And it was you know, what an experience learning on the job with no gloves. And just like against Gabe, there was no gloves to protect him as well. And I found the opening and I took the shot.
Yeah.
Just like that, I went in for the kill, and I capitalized, you know, and it's just you know, I hope I made some new fans, you know, and I hope people see that I really want to be here to stay, you know.
I really think you did. And I'm going to tell you right now,
Yes.
a lot of people, like you said, a lot of people don't like the loudest guy in the room, right? You really helped yourself out by winning this fight, because when you were yelling at the weigh-ins again, if you would have went out there and took another L, people would have written you off. But now you had that comeback win. You had a really nice, awesome performance. And I think they're going to offer you another fight now. I think that people want to see you fight now. You know what I mean? It's a weird gray area. Like, loud guy lose, fuck him. I don't want to see him again. I'm done with that guy. Loud guy wins. Okay, I can get behind this dude. He's got a lot of energy. You know what I mean? The W makes all the difference there. But now you have opportunities. You have David Diaz in there. You got Albert Inclon in there. You got guys out there that are really interesting fights for you. Has the BKFC spoken to you since the fight and asked you if you want to come right back and get another one in, or, you know, maybe outside of New York next time, maybe get out of New York and get down into Florida or something?
Yeah, you know, I haven't really heard anything yet. You know, I just kind of wanted to take a few months off and enjoy the win and, you know, rest up a little bit. I definitely want to get back in the summertime, maybe early fall. I'm definitely ready. You know, like I say, never say never. And and you know what? With the 135-pound class, guess what? I'm not really impressed. I'm not really impressed. So, you know, whoever the BKFC gives me, you know, we'll talk. You know, I'll talk to Nate Shook. You know, he really helps me out, and we'll get to work. My boy will put me to work. Peter James Thomas. He's been my trainer and my good friend for years, and it's nothing but hard work and dedication. And when we step on that scale, we are gonna make weight every single time, and every single time, everybody's gonna be ready and know that Jack Shady Grady means business.
There you go. A lot of confidence in you. Big Ben says you're not impressed with Kid Gotti at 135. Kid Gotti doesn't impress you?
I mean, Kid Guy's okay. He's the champ. He's the champ now. You know, he's got the belt. I want the belt. You know, I'm doing this for a reason. You know, I know I'm only 1-1, and you know this is just one big win, but I have a lot. You know, if I continue to keep winning, that's how championship status is made. You know, you know, Reddick and Gotti and Bedford. You know, they're all tough guys. I want a spot with their names too. I'm a tough guy too.
You want to be in that conversation.
When they hear Grady, they're gonna be a little worried at 135.
If you could pick your next fight, who would it be? Who would you pick your next fight to be?
I know there's a few names trying to maybe call me out with the likes of Brandon Lambert or Zachary Johnson. To me, they're not big names, and to me they're 145 pounders trying to. I don't even know if they can make 135.
But you know what? If you're not impressed by them, and even if they don't have big names, there's still going to be a paycheck involved in either one of those fights. So you go ahead, you take those fights, you take whatever fights they offer you, you get 2 or 3 wins, and then you really can be yeah. Next thing you know, you're 3-1, and you can be in that conversation with those guys you want to be in there. But at 1-1,
It is,
you got to climb that ladder, brother.
Yeah, it comes down to whoever they really give me. I know that they're gonna give me a hard guy coming off a win. I expect a hard fight. Any fight, I'm gonna prepare for it like it's a championship fight. I put a lot of time, a lot of hours. I put my life into this. And
we have a mutual friend, Adrian Morales.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Morales. He says he loves this guy. He goes, you guys got to get Shady Grady on your show. He's a fucking nut, but you'll love him. He's like, people have mixed thoughts about him, but once you get to know him, you'll love him for who he is. What do you think about those words that AJ Morales said about you?
Man, it means a lot. It really means a lot because, I didn't really want to have too many interviews. Being winless, having this win means a lot for me. Telling my kids I won, shutting everybody up who really doubted me, and I caught the dude good, and I sat him down, and I sat everybody down because when I came out of the tunnel, everybody was booing me, and Allegheny Casino is about an hour from my house.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe when they were booing me again, and you know what? I sat him right down, and we're back.
Sometimes being the heel is a good thing, though.
You know what? The heels are the popular thing nowadays. On Stone Cold Steve Austin Day, what better day to admit that people love the fucking heel, right? It's 3:16 right now. I hope everybody's drinking some beers. And there's somebody in the
I don't mind showing people that if you don't give up on your dreams, you can come back and you can win. That's what it's all about.
You got a guy in the comments right now with his hand up. I think that means I will fight him. And he fought on the same card as you Saturday night. Lottie Navarro, Cito. What do you think about that fight right there? Cito Navarro. Lottie Navarro.
Okay.
Cito Navarro. He says,
Cito,
put me in, coach. And
I don't say no to any fight. Whoever wants to make 135, and if Nate Shook wants to make it happen, let's make it happen.
I like your energy. I think you got a lot of drive in you. You're a good example for single fathers out there.
Better to slow down before they be calling me out. They better reevaluate what they're saying, because I think too many people are looking at me as an easy fight, and it's just gonna get harder on everybody. I bring too much energy. I bring way too much energy for people to be walking all over me.
You're from Buffalo, New York, man. You're from Buffalo, so I have a feeling you've done like a front flip through a table at a fucking Bills game at one point in your life.
Yeah, probably.
No, you know what? I'm actually a pretty chill guy.
Oh, really?
You're not part of the Bills Mafia?
I mean, I love the Bills. Let's go Buffalo. But I'm just a guy. I'm just a dad now, and I'm a marathon runner. I like to run. I like to take care of myself, eat healthy, do right. And it's cool to really let you guys know about who I really am. Yeah. I'm not just a wild guy screaming in your face. I'm like that because I feel like I have something to prove, maybe. And I'm a winner though.
And you're trying to get your name on you're trying to put your name on the map, man. You got to make some noise.
Exactly. They know a little bit about who Jack Grady is now, and he's not always so shady. People take the Shady name wrong a little bit.
Literally.
There we go. Hi, my name is what? My name is who?
Who?
Jack Shady. Yeah.
Is that where the name comes from? Is it
Actually-
from Shady?
The name comes from my aunt. She was the original Shady Grady. She passed away a
Really?
while ago.
Tell us
And
about it.
She was the original Shady Grady. She had a bar mug at the Barbell Tavern in East Aurora, New York, with her name on the mug, and it said Shady Grady.
Dude,
I'll never.
that's awesome.
And I have a lot to fight for though. Both my uncles, Timothy and Dennis, passed away. My aunt Jackie passed away. My dad died of brain cancer. My friend passed away of an overdose a few years ago. I have a lot to fight for. I fight for my kids, and I want people to know that I'm not just this wild man. I have dreams. I have loved ones who I fight for, and I'm here to stay.
Man, a lot of people in the comments want to see you and David Diaz. That's the most common one that's in the comments right now. That would be a scrap. It would be a really fun fight. We're going to play a game with you in a minute here, but before we do, when you're not training and you're not fighting, what do you do for work?
Well, I have a bachelor's degree in human services. So schooling is definitely important. I always tell the kids, stay in school. Right now I do DoorDash a lot for extra money, and I'm a full-time dad. I have custody of my kids, so I'm always doing the dad thing. I'm always there for my kids, and we're really tight. So it's always homework and on the bus early mornings. You guys already know.
There you go,
Nice.
man.
Yeah.
You got to be there for your kids. Take
Hell yeah.
note, people. I mean, I couldn't imagine being away from Mike. You know what I mean? Like Mike's been away for 2 weeks, 3 weeks at school right now.
3
And I
weeks,
bet you
yep.
he's dying to see his daughters right now.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
It's a hard feeling. Leaving your kids saying, "Oh, I'm going to the casino to have a bare knuckle boxing fight."
Right.
It's hard, but I always say I'm going to come back with some toy money, and it puts a big smile on their face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. And I bet you they go to school like proud to tell their friends that their dad is a bare knuckle boxer. You know what I mean? Imagine being able to tell that to your friends when you were a kid.
I bet they do, and I got my kids in Taekwondo now too. So
I saw that.
the next generation, right?
The next generation. There it is, man. I hope everybody that's watching enjoys Jack Shady Grady's interview here. He definitely seems like a really genuine guy. Give him a follow. His Instagram and his Facebook are down there at the bottom of the screen. We like to play some games here. We usually do a speed round, but it's March. We do March Madness in March. We can put a bracket together of off the wall shit that's not sports related. You're gonna fucking determine what the greatest breakfast cereal on planet Earth is right now with us. March Madness bracket, breakfast cereals with Shady Grady. Ready?
Let's go.
Number one, the first round in the Eastern Conference, Cinnamon Toast Crunch versus Lucky Charms.
We're going Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. All right. That's a toughie. Mike, I know you're a Cinnamon Toast Crunch guy.
Yeah, what's next here?
Number two.
I do, but you want to know what? I like Lucky Charms better. Okay, Fruity Pebbles versus Fruit Loops.
This is easy. I'm Fruity Pebbles all the way.
Yes.
Pebbles.
Dude, it's because it's the
Pebbles.
Flintstones, baby, and it tastes better.
The way to go.
You ever have the Fruity
check it out,
Pebble
right?
Rice Krispie treats?
Oh yeah, right. They're pretty good.
Go ahead, Mike.
Man, when I was younger, we used to have Confruity Crisp. One of them off-brand label shits.
Yeah.
Confruity Crisp. Shit was whack.
Yeah. Like Fruitos, right?
Yeah, fruit rings.
Fruitos.
Oh, dude, we put Lucky Charms in there twice. But okay, Lucky Charms gets a second shot at this.
No,
We're
at.
Lucky Charms versus
look at
Captain
that.
Crunch.
That's my bet, I guess.
I'm going
Captain Crunch moves on. There we go. Next, Mike.
Honey Nut Cheerios versus Raisin Bran Crunch.
Cheerios.
Oh, damn, son.
Yeah.
Hey, can I tell you a real quick story? My son, my youngest son, and this is weird because like it's not weird to say prayers before bed, but we're not religious people. We don't even go to church. It's like really something that a couple nights ago, Nolan decided I need to start saying my prayers before bed. And I was like, okay. So I'm sitting with him next to his, in his bed last night, and he's like, he does the whole thing. He puts his hands out. He's like, bless my mom and dad, bless my brother, my basketball team. He's so funny. He's like, my basketball team, my friends, my grandparents, and my cats. Amen. Right. So tonight I go, he goes, oh, I gotta say my prayers. He goes, God bless my mom and dad, my brother, um, bees, because they make honey. And I like to put honey on my chicken, and I also love honey nut Cheerios. And then he goes on to a few more things. He's like, Amen. Good night. Like I thought that shit was hilarious, man. So
Hey, let me go. That is fucking funny because kids are nuts and they say the craziest shit. Let's go back to the last round because that was my bad. I'm taking full responsibility of that. Let's go back, right? And let's do this. Cocoa Puffs versus Cocoa Pebbles.
Oh, I'm going with the Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs.
Here we go. I got it.
We
Hold up.
can't have Lucky Charms get 2 shots. I mean, what the hell kind of world is this?
Dude, so our final four is Captain Crunch versus Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Puffs versus Honey Nut Cheerios. Final four. Here we go. CTC, Cinnamon Toast Crunch versus Fruity Pebbles. We got
Pebbles.
Pebbles
love
moves to the
Pebbles.
championship.
Love Pebbles.
All right, go ahead, Mike.
All right, Cocoa Puffs versus Honey Nut Cheerios.
We going with the Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs versus Fruity Pebbles.
In the
Oh my God,
championship.
this is
Okay,
like a fucking
crown the greatest
Super Bowl.
breakfast cereal of all time.
Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles wins.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl, the real Super Bowl.
Mike and
Yeah.
Mish crowned Fruity Pebbles by the words of Shady Grady himself. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the best, according to the champion, Lorenzo Hunt. He says you don't know. And if you have a problem with that, that could be your next fight, Shady Grady. Lorenzo.
What up?
The
What
Juggernaut.
up? You know what? I want to be Lorenzo's undercard though. I would love to be on the. And you know what? If David Diaz wants it, isn't he 5'4"? I'm not impressed. You know, he's a tough guy, but whoever they want to set me up with. But you know what? Going back to what we were just talking about, you know, staying blessed up and prayed up. I stayed blessed and prayed up for my last fight right here, and you know, God really does see all and answers your prayers. So don't forget to always stay blessed up because your dreams will come true.
There you go, man. Shady, thank you for coming on the show tonight. If you have any sponsors or anything you want to shout out, if you want to thank anybody in particular real quick before you go, we will let you get going. Lorenzo Hunt says you should fight Brandon Lambert. That's another one that we talked about a little earlier. That would be a good fight. You have options. There's fighters out there. You got yourself a win. You looked good in the victory. You gave Travis Thompson a very tough fight in your first fight. So you're obviously a commodity to keep around. We hope to see you in there very soon. Go ahead, thank some people, and then we'll let you get out of here.
I'll definitely be back. You know, we'll talk about what's in the future soon. But I have no sponsors. I am looking for sponsors, and definitely a big shout out to my corner man, Robert Sweeney, who held it down for me. And my other big shout out to my boy, Peter James Thomas, who is a phenomenal trainer. He should get trainer of the year. And to my kids, Scarlett Rose and Jackson, you know, there's nothing like winning for your kids. And I just can't wait to be back. Let's do it again.
Scarlett and Jackson, two great names. Awesome, man. We're glad for you. We're glad you got that win. And we will have you back when you get yourself another fight. We'll have you come back on and talk about it.
Have a blessed night, guys. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one, man.
Too,
Thank you.
Take care.
All right. Shady Grady. There he is. Cool guy, man. A lot of energy. A lot of people didn't like some of his antics going in or coming out of the ring. But you know what? Sometimes you got to do some things to make a name for yourself in this thing. And
Hyped up,
like,
man.
yeah, like he said, he was coming off a 0-10 pro boxing career, and then he gets an opportunity in bare knuckle, this new sport that's taken the world by storm. He gets thrown in there against one of the toughest damn 135ers on the planet, Travis Thompson. And, you and I and everybody there thought Travis was going to just bulldoze through him. And Travis did win decisively, but that was a hell of a fight, man. Grady gave him a good war, came out with the L, got another fight out of it, gets himself a W in the next one. And now, everyone knows who he is. Everyone recognizes. Now, for the people that are watching that may know somebody who might be interested in sponsoring him, his social medias are down at the bottom there. Hook the kid up.
Yeah.
But
Hook 'em
ladies
up,
and
hook 'em,
gentlemen,
man.
ladies and gentlemen, it's everybody's favorite segment of the Mike and Mish show. Here we go. It's Stunod of the week. Mike.
Woo! What do we got, Kyle? What is this? What do we have?
Oh, Michael.
What do I see?
I got
the
4.
Method Man, Jerky Boy, Pink Panther, GPS Gummer. Who are these peeps?
Okay, here we go. Now, here we go. The faux Method Man. His name, I'll even say his name. His name is Thomas Eugene Colucci. This guy calls 911 and he tells the police, he says, "Hey, I'm an avid drug user. All right. I know what good drugs are. I just bought this meth and I think it's fake. And I would like for you guys to test the authenticity of the meth that I just bought because I think I got robbed." That is Stunod number 1 right there. And he was arrested for possession. He was arrested and booked for possession of methamphetamines because he's a fucking Stunod, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so fake meth man. Number 2 is the Jerky Boy. This guy here, Mike, you're gonna like this one. He is a self-proclaimed he is a homeless male model that was busted. His name is Blake Rain, 27 years old, was busted for whacking off in front of a crowd of people inside of a Starbucks down in Florida.
Very generous.
Another fucking homeless man. So we got the public masturbator, Mr. fucking Blake Rain. But right next to him, Mike, the Pink Panther. I called him that because he was picked up for selling fentanyl to a mother and son who overdosed and died, right?
Oh, Jesus.
When they check out this guy's phone, they check out the dead people's phones, right? And then they look at a text message thread between this guy and the people he was selling the fucking fentanyl to, right?
Yeah.
They go pick this dude up and he says, no, officers, that wasn't me. So what had happened was I had some fentanyl, but I needed some weed. So I called this dude and I traded him fentanyl for weed. But when I was trading the fentanyl for the weed, he asked me if he could borrow my phone. And then he text messaged these people from my phone as I was getting the weed from him and I was giving him the fentanyl. So.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, makes total sense.
Yeah. So he was picked up and he's being charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder for fucking selling fentanyl to a mother and son that died. And then the last one,
is this guy the brother of the first guy? Are they related at all?
No, but they sure look like they're the same guy, don't they?
They kind of do.
This guy is the GPS gunman. I called him that because Mr. I think I had his name. His name is Dejan Van Ruin, the GPS gunman. So Dejan Van Ruin is sitting in his house. A lady pulls up in front of his house, pulls her car over on the side of the road to put an address into a GPS. This fat fuck comes running out of the house in sweatpants, no shoes, no shirt, goes running at her car, yelling obscenities about being in front of his house. She takes off. He runs back into the house, gets a gun, jumps in his car, chases this lady in her car, ends up cutting her off and blocking her at an intersection, getting out of the car with his fat gut waving, points a gun at the girl and makes her get out of the car in the middle of the intersection for sitting in front of his house. The girl has her hands up. There's dozens of witnesses. People call the cops. He doesn't shoot her. He stands there and yells at her with a gun in her face until the cops get there, long enough for the cops to get there and cuff this fucking retard. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, jeez. What's
Sorry about the R word. I should have said Stunod.
Yeah,
But
you
Mike,
said Stunod. You Stunod.
So that's what we have, Mike. Those are our nominees. You got the fake meth guy.
Fake meth. Okay. Fake meth guy. Then we got the pink. Oh, no. Actually, it's funny because you got Pink Panther, but we really got the other guy's kind of like the Pink Panther, Yeah. The jerky boy is really the Pink Panther. Here's the thing, right? They're all a bunch of goddamn idiots. I mean, this is it. And if you went on, you could probably find 500 other people that do the dumbest shit you've ever heard of. And you would swear it was the dumbest thing you've ever heard. But it isn't. Someone always happens to beat it. Here's the thing. When it comes to fucking death, though, I don't think you can get more ignorant and more stupider than the proper English, more stupider. The Pink Panther, the original Pink Panther, because you killed 2 people, and
Dude,
a mother and the son. Like, this is horrible. Obviously, these people, they probably had a problem. They might have been going down that road anyways. But we have an epidemic here with people selling this friggin' fentanyl and killing people. All these guys belong on the fucking Stunod of the week. There's Stunods for life. There's Stunods in all of our eyes, but the Pink Panther gets Stunod of the week this week because he's a friggin' asshole.
Wait. You don't believe his story? Hold on a second, Mike. Are you telling me that you don't believe this
again.
man's
I might
story?
Believe it.
It's so funny.
I might just not have understood.
No. So the cops find the 2 dead people. They go through their phone and they find text messages between them and a drug dealer. They go, they track the drug dealer down. They pick him up. He says, no. I didn't sell him those drugs. I traded those drugs for some free weed. And the weed dealer asked to borrow my phone. He has to borrow my phone. It wasn't me. It was the weed dealer that borrowed my phone. And they fucking slapped the cuffs on him. Anyways,
I hope they set bail low so he can get out, because it was the other dude. I mean, come on. It's
so funny because if you go into the comments, Howie Atherton says the jerky boy was the biggest Stunod out of all of them. Joe Ivy says Pink Panther. Fucking Darren Timmerman says the GPS gunman is the dumbest out of all of them.
Oh, they're all dumb.
Yeah, Lorenzo
Hunt
says
this guy killed some people and now he's going to prison for life for that.
Yeah, dude. And you know what? And then the champ says y'all should have put Putin up there. And then my sister says I'm gonna go with Putin.
Did we have Putin recently?
No, but here's the thing.
I think what we did was we had gone off to him though after we did Stunod of the week, like what, a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I went off on Putin. I remember that. I said we're gonna fuck him and we're gonna fuck him good. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But so, ladies and gentlemen, your Stunod of the week of St. Patrick's Day week of March 2022 is the Pink Panther with the fentanyl. Fucking dickhead. There you go, Mike. Hey, and guys,
the real rigid piss flap, I'll tell you.
A real rigid piss flap, a real fucking scumbag, if you ask me. Huge shout out to the champ. Fucking, he's always a great interview. We always welcome him back anytime he wants, and he has that big fight coming up. We'll throw that graphic back up there real quick. He told us back in Knucklemania 2, he's had it on his website, but it was officially announced today. Joe Diesel Riggs versus Lorenzo Hunt in the main event, BKFC 24, April 30th in Montana. Make sure you tune into that one because that's a pretty awesome fight right there. And I meant it when I said I think that's going to be a better fight than the Hector fight for sure.
Can I wait? No.
Hell
no, I can't fucking wait. What kind of dumb question is that?
Oh, hey, and for anybody who was not paying attention to the news in the MMA world, our boy Kevin Holland. I
Oh,
just told
yes.
I just told Mike about this. Kevin Holland, you guys remember, like last summer, Kevin Holland apprehended some dude in the street that was either like kind of trying to carjack someone or trying to steal something. Well, he was back at it again. 2 nights ago in I think Houston, Texas. He was at a sushi restaurant and a gunman came in, right? Gunman comes in the restaurant, fires a shot into the roof, into the ceiling of the restaurant, and tells everybody to get down, right? So Kevin Holland, UFC now welterweight Kevin Holland, the trailblazer himself, says the way he was sitting, there was like an island between him and the gunman, and people all got down when the dude popped the shot and said, "Everybody get down." People got down. He turned and looked and didn't get down right away. He fucking stood there for a second, like, can I go around this side of the island and tackle this dude or go around the backside? When he did that, some other dude grabbed the gunman and like grabbed the hammer of the gun with his hand so the dude couldn't shoot nobody. So then Kevin Holland gets up from the table, runs around the back, grabs a chair. He's going to hit the dude with a chair, but then he realizes if I hit the dude with the chair, he might end up fucking shooting somebody or and knock the dude that's got him right now. So Holland drops the chair, punches the dude in the wrist that has the gun, knocks the gun out of his hand, puts him in a rear naked choke, takes his back, sinks the hooks in, and puts the dude to fucking sleep. Submits him
Dude.
unconscious.
Wow. That is fantastic. Like, that's a story that I dream. Like, I'll be like in fucking, a Chick-fil-A, just waiting for my order. And I'm sitting on the windowsill going, man, if someone pulled a gun right now, if I could get behind them and fucking choke them out and I'd be fucking hero, And then they go, number 23. And I go, that's me. Go back to my fucking life, And that's it. And that never happens. So. But in Kevin Holland's life, boom, there it is. How does this shit go on?
Kevin Holland, this
Twice.
is now two times in the last year that guy has fucking apprehended somebody. And this time it was a gunman. And the guy had actually shot a fucking shot off in the goddamn restaurant. And Kevin said that he dropped the chair and he was going to grab the dude from behind. But before he did that, he figured he'd punch the dude in the wrist and knock his gun out of his hand. And that's what he did. Knocked it down. And he goes, and the best part is he said he put him in the rear naked choke, sunk the hooks in, laid back, and he's squeezing. And at that point, he said the other dude turned into kind of like Herb Dean. This is the best part, Mike. The other guy started like lifting the dude's arm to see if he was out, like WWE pro wrestling style, like lifting the arm 3 times. The other guy that was trying to apprehend the fucking gunman was checking his consciousness, like raising his arm, and Kevin was like squeezing him, and the guy was like, "No, he's not out yet. Squeeze more." And he was like, "It's fucking awesome,
Piece
isn't
of
it?"
shit. I hope they kicked him a couple times or something.
Right, unbelievable. It's fucking unbelievable. Anything else? Oh, hey, and by the way, everybody, you can't tell. I broke my nose 2 days ago.
Fun fact of the week.
Yeah, fun fact, your boy is doing the show tonight with a broken bone in the fucking arch of his nose and the bridge of his nose right here. Yeah, I was moving one of those Wave Master kick bags out of my garage and it got stuck on something and I was like jockeying it and it slipped right out of my hands and it hit me there and the padding was off. It hit me right here and I ended up going to the hospital. I have a broken bone like right across the bridge of my nose there, but
and now he can't blow his nose for 2 weeks.
Yeah, now I can't blow my nose for 2 weeks, but
nice, very good.
I'm not quite Juggernaut level, but I might be somewhat superhuman because I got no black and blue under either one of my eyes.
Yeah, that means you're dead.
Right, well, then there it is, guys.
I'll stand inside.
Yeah, hey, and we brought Stunod of the week to Wednesday again this week because with Mike away at school, we are working on something new, a new project for Thursday. A new project for Thursdays, and it is gonna fucking be the best thing that you've seen in the social media world for bare knuckle, and we promise that. But unfortunately, we cannot solidify that product with Mike in the shithole fucking Wi-Fi area that he's in. So, right, Mike? And right on cue, look at that. He fucking freezes up. Oh my God. He's doing this on purpose
Back.
right now. He must be. You must be
In
doing
the
this on
back.
purpose right now.
No.
Mike,
back.
I'm gonna call it, dude. I'm gonna call the end of the show. We will see you guys next week,
back.
Wednesday. You're fucking killing me, dude.
My back.
No. All right. Okay. So with that said, Mike's Wi-Fi sucks dick. I hate it. I can't wait till he's back to his house where he has really good internet and we can finish this project and blow your guys' doors off next week. We will talk to you Wednesday, 9 p.m. We love you. Peace out.